us. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Hello guys, how are you all doing? I am Faxer and I welcome you all to the lower bracket finals of ESPL Amateur Cup Series 5 as MercenarieZ goes up against Wolframite Esports. As we can see guys, the map picks have come in and Wolframite has opted to pick for Split, while MercenarieZ are going for the Haven pick and the decider map is going to be Bind. I have with myself Kirito as my partner to cast this match. Say hi, Kirito.
Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Kirito, and speaking of ESPL, I have a few facts about ESPL that I want to share with you guys. That ESPL is a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia throughout the PowerUp series. Visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more tournaments like this and fun esports content. We're currently live streaming on ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube, as well as on BongoBD.com. The organizers are Esports Players League ESPL, and the country partner is BongoBD. So, speaking of the match, we're going to be seeing Wolframite against MercenarieZ today. So, quite a big match, I have to say. And this is sort of like a David versus Goliath matchup, I have to say, because MercenarieZ, they are one of the biggest teams in our country right now. It's a pretty common name, the household name in our scene, that MercenarieZ are a very dominant team. But despite their recent losses, I mean, I have to say, I mean, they did lose to LRX to come down to this lower bracket and face Wolfram right now. But they did lack some in some places of that matchup. I got to say, the utility usage, the coordination, it was very good, but they somehow, I mean, they weren't able to coordinate whether to play passive or aggressive against a team like LRX. But regardless of that, I have to say they are one of the biggest teams in our country, and I expect great things from them in this match. But Wolframite, on the other hand, they are the David. They are the underdogs of the match, because in the last few matches, I have to say, they played really aggressively. And along with that aggression, I saw a certain kind of coordination and teamwork that I haven't seen in many other teams before that. So I have to say, this is going to be an insane matchup, and I can't wait for this to go down in the first map, especially being Wolframite's pick. I expect some insane plays.
Well, as we can see, the agent picks are coming in right now. We can see the Killjoy being selected by MercenarieZ as the Cypher is going to be coming in from Wolframite. We can see a breach coming in from Wolframite as well, but Mercenaries are going to opt for that safe Sage pick for holding off that mid push. This is going to be very interesting to see. We can see a Brimstone as well coming in from Mercenaries. I think they're going to go for those lineups in the post-plan situations. What are your thoughts on that, Kirito?
I mean, yes, Brimstone is a really good controller in the lineup of Valorant. I do prefer Omen, if I'm being honest. His smokes are a little bit more versatile and easy to use. Brimstone, it is kind of area-based, but Brimstone having 3 smokes and those smokes lasting longer does have some certain advantages that Omen cannot provide. On the other side, I have to say, the pick of no initiator, especially on the attacking side, could hurt Mercenaries in some cases, but we do see some great fraggers there, Japanese Thor and Lethal. Lethal playing the Raze, I mean, such a vertical agent playing inside the map of Split, which has so much vertical potential. We're already seeing Mercenaries, they're rushing towards mid, they're playing really aggressively. Ezio playing the Sage, he's immediately gonna wall off B Heaven, but that wall will not stand at all, broken immediately in seconds. Right now, Mercenaries have gained quite a bit of ground in mid, but they have slowed down, cutting the noise, and that's gonna leave Wolframite in some uncertainty to which position they might be rotating to, or are they holding? So right now we're going to see some smokes come in from Toxin towards B main. They are expecting a B push, but that's not where Mercenaries are going. They're slowly creeping up towards the vents. I think they're trying to go into A. We do see a lurker coming in, Lethal with the Raze, going towards A main. So everything suggests that they are trying to push this side of A, but we have to be careful because the Cypher Aku has his utility, has his camera there, and I think did he spot Lethal? If he spotted Lethal, yeah, I think he spotted Lethal. The ping has gone down, so I think Wolframite are expecting this push towards A right now. But the camera being broken, Lethal now knows that the push might be towards B because the camera has given away the position. So that's a good communication coming in from Mercenaries that they're opting to rotate just when they know that the push has been denied towards the other side. Now the side being taken by Mercenaries, we see the bomb plan going down towards the backside. Wolf might have to play this retake now as they are swarming towards this B side from all sides around. Aku trying to push in, but the alarm bot from Killjoy is not going to let him go in immediately. Dodging bullets all around. We can see Nate coming in from Zerv, doing some damage. And Fields with the first frag of the day onto Kyoji, but Aku and Zerv with 2 of the Japanese. Poor though, he gets a double. I think that was a collide onto Zerv and Aku. It's all onto Toxin and Ezio. Japanese are in a world of pain from their own paranoia, and Ezio finishes him off. It's a 1v2. As Ezio in the smoke pushes Lethal. Lots of damage being done with those right clicks, and Ezio is just toying with him at that point, peeking and right clicking, and the round goes to Wolframite with a very, very fashionable manner in the end, I have to say.
Well, I would say Mercenaries played the early round strats to perfection because they got the B side for free, but the post plan just didn't work for them. Wolframite coming in with a perfect retake and taking the round for themselves. As we move on to the second round, we can see the buys coming in from Wolframite, but the Mercenaries are opting for that save. Lethal with the Sheriff and Murgiman with the Frenzy and a half shield. We can see another mid aggression coming in from Mercenaries as Japanese Thor lurks over at that wall trying to find something, gets those right clicks in but doesn't connect any of his shots. The wall gets broken though. The aftershock comes in from the breach. Wolframite, one thing I must say, Ezio playing Sage, that is very surprising to me because I have seen Ezio just fragging out all the time in this tournament. Now we can see the attackers are just trying to lurk up over at mid-mail, trying to gather some info, trying to get any picks. But Kyoji is ready with that concussion. Will he play it all right? Ezio gets the first frag though. Fails with the second one. Fails with the trade onto Ezio. A flash comes out and they're now falling back. But Thor though, they're trying to go into CT to go to A, but Kyoji reads it perfectly.
Oh my god,
it keeps 3 of them down. And it's the last one, Japanese Thor remaining. It's a 1v4 situation for him. I don't think he will be able to pull this off. He only has a classic and doesn't have that much health. Often with the spam coming in and takes him down.
Impressive round coming out of Wolframite, I have to say. And Kyoji playing that to perfection. He waited and waited on those rafters to use that use the fault line, and the exact moment I have to say at least 2 players were on the fault line. He let it rip, and Ezio got a frag. Kyochi popping 3 of his own, I think. And that was played to near perfection from Wolframite. But right now, we're going to see a full buy coming in from Mercenary, despite a couple of players having half armor. I have to say, they have the weapons advantage, those rifles in hand. But Wolframite still sticking with those, the bonus weapons from last round. And again, this early aggression towards mid, Mercenaries are going for it every time. But Wolframite this time, they're going to be bringing the aggression. A lot of utility from Sage and Raze being used immediately to deny any kind of fast push. Kyochi has gained quite an aggressive position as well, but this time Japanese Thor, he's lurking towards A. I think Zerv, he is having that little spider sense. He's gonna send out that bot that'll immediately detect a couple of players, and he now knows that there are players in this ramp position, and it's immediately walled out by Ezio. Trying to defend this A side. While will stand, they won't be able to break it. Right now Mercenaries are getting denied from whichever direction they're trying to get into this B side. So that does opt for a bit of a rotation, but so far, we're seeing the bomb with Fuse. He is still going through sewers, but Japanese Thor takes down Aku. Murgiman almost getting killed there. The Japanese Thor watching his back for his teammate. And the A side is slowly opening up with the Cypher down. That is a very viable option. But we're seeing the rest of the players push towards mid right now. I didn't even realize they were here. Kyochi trying to use the breach utility to try and deny this entrance. He's gonna push to the smoke, not doing much damage, trying to run away. But Nuke's gonna take him out. Toxin with a frag onto Lethal. He's gonna TP away towards CT, trying to run away, save his life with 66 HP. But oh, Ezio, he's trying to flank, but behind him there's another Sage and gets him from behind Murgiman. Really well coordinated round coming out of Mercenaries. It's all onto Zerv, and Toxin Zerv with the first frag with a Spectre onto Murgiman and turning it into a 2v3. Toxin with one more of his own, trying to be really win-all scenario. A couple of Spectres against 2 rifles. Let's see what they can do right now. Toxin will pick up a Phantom. So will Zerv, a Vandal in his name. He does have 2 satchels. Toxin spot, Japanese Sword takes him out. But the information is there. They now know that he is here. He's gonna walk into the bot, but no! Nuke getting a triple kill, saving the round for his team. And finally, Mercenaries get a round on the board. I have to say, if Zerv took out that bot there, maybe he could have won that round. But regardless, the round will go for Mercenaries.
Well, even though Mercenaries won that round, I think it was really bad for them because it was a bonus round coming in from Wolframite, the mid aggression, and Ezio just using that wall with so much versatility. But now we can see Mercenaries are stacking up in mid again. I think Kyochi and Ezio is ready for this as they get the slorps down. Is the wall going to come down this time though in mid? That's the big question right now. A passive wall is coming in B heaven though. The mid aggression as always comes in from Mercenaries as they break down the wall. The pressure is on Kyochi and Ezio right now. We can see Lethal lurking in over at B main and Zerv and Toxin holding out that angle over at A main. Japanese Thor though getting super aggressive over at B main, not waiting for his B heaven, not waiting for his teammates, and gets taken down by Ezio. He's gonna get punished for that. No trades come in. It's now a 4v5 situation in favor of Wolframite right now. The grenade comes in from Lethal, but Aku has the info though. Aku gets taken down by the grenade. What is happening? That is not how you get away from a grenade. Ezio takes down Lethal though. That trade comes in. The revive comes in. It's a 5v2 right now. Wolframite. Zerv with another grenade kill. 2 grenade kill coming in this round. And Toxin takes down Fields though. It's a 1v4 situation in favor of Wolframite right now. Nuke has to Nuke. I don't think Nuke can pull this off because he only has 30 HP and no utilities to play with. Has only got a Phantom and he's gonna get taken down by ZX Zerv. Nice one coming in from Wolframite. I think the round changing factor was the ult coming in from Ezio. He just played it to perfection, and the trade going into Lethal. Ezio just turned this round around. Over to you, Kirito.
Ezio being an absolute assassin, living up to his name, I have to say. Getting a frag on B Heaven and then another one onto Lethal on B Main. I have to say that was crucial. And getting the revive, bringing back Aku, huge momentum boost. I think Mercenaries, they're lacking a little bit on the communication side. I'm still seeing some of the flaws I saw from them in the match against LRX. As we see Toxin get the first frag onto Lethal. The raise is down for Mercenaries. They do have a few ults in play though. Toxin, he's taking heavy damage. He's gonna have to fall back all the way. He's gonna get pushed heavily. A paranoia coming in, but oh, They fall back. Japanese are still there, and he jumps above this wall, but Zerv with the trade immediately. Zerv getting one more, a triple kill. The eco not working for him. Zerv running away. He's giving a lot of honor to him, but he's sharing. Well, that's right. He goes for the
Oh, Zerv, what are you doing?
pandemonium.
Zerv is
I
just
have no idea
demolishing
what's
them.
going on there, man.
What a spray down coming in from him as he gets 3 kills and the knife comes out at the last second to take down Nuke. I think that was Nuke, right?
I'm unsure, but
Or
yeah,
Lethal.
I think it was a nuke. No, it was
Yeah,
nuke.
yeah. So what a round coming in from Zerv, but Toxin just getting very unlucky there, taking that smoke out at the wrong time. And getting taken down by Japanese Store. We can see an A stack coming in from Mercenaries this round. I think they're just gonna force A this round as they know the Cypher is playing B for some round or quite some rounds this time, and Zerv takes the first frag onto Fields, but doesn't spot out Lethal though. The trades come in and Kyochi takes down Lethal as well. It's a 3v3 situation for Wolframite to retake the. No, never mind. The plant hasn't gone down yet. The ult comes out from Nuke. I don't know why he did that. He could have just planted. Kyochi takes him down. Murgiman takes the trade onto Kyochi. I think Murgiman is going for that ult. Yeah, he will get that ult down. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Mercenaries right now, as Nuke is gonna plant the spike while Aku and Ezio are just trying to regroup and get this retake to work
that's a lot
out
of
for
damage.
them.
That's a lot of damage.
Aku getting those spams in, but look at the position of Japanese Thor. Will Aku be able to read it? He's holding the angle. Thor peeking him, takes him down. It's a 1v3 situation in favor of Wolframite right now as Ezio to flush this round out. He spots Nuke, takes down Japanese Thor. It's a 1v2 right now. Will he be able to get the last 2 members of Mercenaries and get this round for his team? Takes Nuke down as well. It's Murgiman left. He doesn't know the position though. Murgiman has got him. Murgiman will take him down and get the round for Mercenaries. It's 4-2 in favor of Wolframite. Over to you, Kirito.
I mean, Murgiman playing that passive role, he knew that, okay, let's just calm down, not rush him. As soon as those 2 frags went down in the 1v3, he had to calm himself down. Maybe play a little hide-and-seek game, but in the end, he did win the round, getting another round for Mercenaries, 2-4 the score. But I have to say, Wolframite really played that well. I have to say, if Kyochi was a little bit more patient with the breach utility there, maybe he could have gotten out alive. But overall, I have to say, Wolframite being sort of, I mean, I have to say, I like their play in that round very much. I mean, I liked also the aggressive play coming out of Mercenaries, but Wolframite really adapted to that super aggressive attack really well. And again, another aggression towards mid. Mercenary really likes to do that, and I think it's about time that Wolframite start to exploit that. And eventually, I think that will Mercenaries will have to catch up with that. So immediately, the push towards mid has been halted with a lot of utility coming out from the Sage. Both sides really want this mid control in the map of Split, and I mean, rightfully so. Mid control really does put quite a lot of value in rotations. You know, exploring our options towards B heaven or A heaven, whichever side you want to go. And that gives an advantage as you walk into another side. So this time, I think Mercenaries are opting to go for this A heaven. Ezio playing again towards that stair. He gets so many frags that every time, and Kyochi denying them the entry with the breach ultimate. The Killjoy Swarmmate is going to try and stop any kind of aggression. But Wolframite are going to be really patient. They're not going to go for those frags yet. Even if there is a breach ultimate going down, the denial has been done towards this side. And again, a Brimstone ultimate coming in. That's going to push Ezio out of his position. Now it's all onto Kyochi from these rafters. They don't know where he is as the walls go down on stairs. He's going to have to fall back. Aku also playing a really passive position. The Japanese sword takes on Kyochi. There's only 1 player in the side. Wolframite have to play this retake. Aku gets 1 frag. There's a raise up to come in. Aku gets a second. He has to survive. And ultimate going down. And he kills this bomb flag with their last 14 seconds left. They have to get his bomb down. Lethal
10 seconds left.
tries to go for the protection, but Zerv denying the bomb. Toxin finishing things off. What a messy round coming out of both
just happened?
sides.
Oh my
I
god.
have no idea. Dude, these rounds are so confusing.
That was so intense. At the last second, they get the plan down, and what a play coming in from Aku, taking 3 of them down, along with the bomb planter. As we move on to the 8th round of the match, we can see a save maybe coming out from Mercenaries. But last round, I have to talk about last round. Aku just playing it to perfection, and Toxin just finishing it off with the trade coming into, I guess that was Murgiman. We can see a save and a Spectre from Murgiman coming out from MercenarieZ. The Sheriff will be coming out from Lethal as well. Nuke and Lethal trying to lurk up over that B main position while Japanese Thor takes down Toxin with his aggression and takes the gun for himself. He has got a Vandal. They might just pull this round off for themselves. The wall comes in, but Kyochi and Zerv just reads it perfectly. The flash comes in. Boogeyman has to fall back. Gets taken down by Ezio. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of Wolframite right now as Fields gets the plan down. They have no idea whatsoever, but they have the man advantage and they're trying to play for that retake. As we can see, Lethal holding an off angle. Yeah, exactly. Lethal holding this off angle and Fields also going aggressive. Lethal takes Aku down. Fields with the trade. Ezio with 3. Only last member remaining is Nuke from MercenarieZ. As the turret gets popped off, will Nuke be able to clutch this out? Only with a classic in his hand, misses all of his shots as Kyochi will 360 him and take him down. What a round coming in from Wolframite. Over to you, Kirito.
And Wolframite not giving any chance for MercenarieZ in his defense. They saw that there were players at A. Immediately we saw 3 players go into the side of A. But that was a bait coming out of MercenarieZ. They faked that A push and the bomb plant was down towards B. But the weapons disadvantage really played in favor of Wolframite. They had those better rifles. Even if MercenarieZ were holding really aggressive position as we saw out there from Fields and Lethal. I mean, Wolframite, those rifles, even at close range, they made that count. Ezio getting 2 frags there as well. Really helpful to your teammate, playing a really aggressive Sage. So far things are really looking good for them. They even have 2 ultimates. The Japanese are again popping the run it back outside A. They really like to aggress towards this A with his ultimate, but the rest of the players of MercenarieZ are gonna fall back and Toxin walks into the crosshair of Lethal. They're both in heaven and more damage being done but Ezio takes on Lethal. A trade coming in. Murgiman with 2. Zerv finally finishing things off. What a round coming out. Zerv is gonna try and use those raise utility. Gets some more damage down, but he sees Aku's playing in the side. He gets 1 frag. Kills her nade. He's gonna get a second, possibly a third, but no. Fields is the one to finish him off. He has the moment. Zerv getting the final frag. Wolframite playing so good, so aggressively. I mean, MercenarieZ are just not able to win these 1v1s, I have to say.
Well, we have to acknowledge that Wolframite are going to win this round in defense because they have only 1 duelist playing, that is Zerv. And they have a Breach and a Sage to hold that mid-aggression of MercenarieZ. They know how MercenarieZ plays. They know that MercenarieZ are gonna contest for that mid, and they have the Breach and the Sage to stop that. As we can see, another save coming in from MercenarieZ, as 2 Spectres will come out from Murgiman and Lethal respectively. Ezio with the slow and the wall, along with Kyochi. He takes some damage though. I don't know what happened there. I think he was just confused as what to do with his teammate, but the wall came in a little bit slow, and Kyoji takes some damage. We're at a standstill right now at B Heaven as Japanese Thor going aggressive again. Never mind, he was just baiting out that flash with his own flash. The second flash comes in though from Kyochi. The third flash, he's ready for the third flash. But Japanese Thor with that lurking, with that shift walk, takes Ezio down very surprisingly. But flashes are done for Kyochi. He now has to hold this with his teammate Aku right now. As Lethal takes down Zerv, Kyochi with the trade onto Japanese Thor, Aku with another one onto Nuke. As it's a 3v3 situation, the Cypher ult comes out. As Fields takes down Toxin though, it's a 2v3 situation in favor of MercenarieZ right now, and Kyoshi and Aku has to regroup and rotate all the way from vents, but I think Murgiman is expecting this. Murgiman spots him down, takes him down, and he's gonna get traded by Aku. It's a 1v2 situation for Aku right now. Will he be able to pull this off though? That's a big question right here. He's gonna read that A main, gonna chip that angle, takes Lethal down in a 1v1, but Fields though, coming in with that trade and winning the round for his team. What an eco round coming in from MercenarieZ. I think it was a half buy rather than an eco, because we can see we could see 2 Spectres coming in from MercenarieZ, and now MercenarieZ can actually full buy and contest Wolframite for the next round, Kirito.
I have to say, despite Wolframite winning a lot of rounds in a row, they still weren't able to keep the economy really afloat. They were losing players quite a bit despite winning. So that's gonna really bite them right now, because even after having that lead, losing one round, look at that, they don't have enough money if they lose this next round. So this round carries that much value. This is where Mercenaries can sort of find that momentum, get as many rounds as they can in this stacking half, and hopefully perform a lot better in the defense. Wolframite, on the other hand, they have to fight for their economy. They have a decent lead. Even if they lose a couple of rounds, it doesn't matter. They're going to stay with the lead. But still, it's that economy fight that they have to win. As we can see, the attacker kills are out coming down from Nuke in this B main region. And the players of Wolframite are going to have to be forced to fall back. There's only 3 seconds left in there. They're denying the push quite well. And we can see that nade from Zerv, huge, I have to say. Not letting them get the control on B Heaven as the ult was still active. You can see Kyochi getting the first strike onto Lethal. He's gonna fall back immediately, losing quite a bit of HP. Aku with one more, and he's gonna get traded immediately by Nuke. Fields getting one more onto Kyochi. It's a 3v3. There's a revive available for both sides. The bomb plan still yet to go down as Nuke. He predicts the flank, but oh, he does so much damage, but that Sage still there for them. Brimstone, all of them deny any Heaven push. Oh, Zerv almost getting caught, but he gets the frag onto Murgyman. And Ezio with one more. It's all onto Fields. With 89 HP, he has no utility. Wolframite slowly pushing him. They need to play this on the double peak. Even a revive coming in, that's gonna be the bait! They're gonna bait a revive onto Kyochi and take the win. Kyochi recovering those weapons, like, you're not gonna kill me. And 8-4, 8-3 the score now for Wolframite. They're gonna win that round, and what a mess this is turning out to be.
What a nice round from Wolframite. I think the key factor is they're reading the flanks that are coming in from Mercenaries, and they're taking them down, creating a huge man advantage over at their side, and they're taking those rounds just like that. As we can see, the full buys are again coming in from Mercenaries, but only Murgyman opting for that Spectre and a half shield, while Nuke and Field also going for those half shields along with the Phantom. We can see an A stack coming out from Mercenaries this round, though. I think they're gonna force A this round as well. The turret comes out. Japanese Thor is looking hungry, but gets taken down by Toxin. What a shot, Toxin. You are dirty. As we can see, the ult comes out from Murgyman, though. It's a 5v5 again. The ult's coming in. Ezio takes down Lethal. Thor with the trade, though. They are now at a standstill over at A main. Kyochi taking down Thor. Nuke with the trade, and Toxin with the trade onto Nuke as well. It's a 2v3 situation in favor of Wolframite right now, as Fields and Murgyman regroup over at A ramps, trying to find something, trying to find someone. Here's the trapwire being deployed, and the wall is just gonna force them back. They're just gonna hold out at A main right now, trying to find one pick, make it a 2v2 situation, make it a fair fight for themselves as Murgyman spams it. But we can see the wall is now broken as Fields got onto A Heaven, but gets tagged by the camera. They have all the info they need right now. Aku is holding out a passive angle over at CT. We can see Ezio at under Heaven, though, as Toxin takes down Fields. It's a 1v3 situation for Murgyman right now, as he takes 2 of them down. Aku missing all of the shots, but connects the last shot and takes Murgyman down and gets the round for Wolframite, as we end the half on a 9-3 scoreline in favor of Wolframite.
Man, Wolframite playing so good in this defensive half. Now the real test comes for them, that they have to transfer the same kind of aggressive and coordinated plays into the attack. And I have to say, I think Mercenaries have done their homework on Wolframite, because Wolframite, despite having good strategies, they don't really diversify those threats that much. So in the end, we're gonna see more or less some of the same strats coming out of Wolf. So I hope they're gonna do something different, or unless I think Mercenaries are gonna be punishing them quite often if they don't do that. So as we see this first round gonna go off, we're gonna see Aku lurking. As I said about predictability. I think they expected an A push, so an early nade coming out there from Lethal. So they thought that it's going to do quite a bit of damage to the players in this pistol round, so that's going to make them easier to take out. But most of the players from Wolframite are towards this mid/B region. We're going to see Ezio rotate towards Aku for a heal. They're being really quiet about it too, not making any noise at all. You can see they're playing really passively. A smoke coming on towards vents from Toxin. as the wall will now deny the entry towards B Heaven for Wolframite. They are opting to go for this A site now as the counter smokes come in and the execution immediately go down as the wall falls, but Mercenaries fall on the defensive. Ezio trying to wall, he's getting peppered from all sides. A Boombot doing so much work. The Raze utility doing so much damage. Ezio on top of this wall trying to do damage on the killjoy but not finding anything at all. So many frags going down. Zerv gets a frag onto Lethal and it's a 4v2. Not in favor of Mercenaries. As the bomb plan's gonna go down by Kyochi. Nuke trying to do something work by getting some damage done through the smoke, but Ezio on top of rafters, he's gonna take care of anyone pushing through this. And as the Japanese sort of flashes away in, he doesn't check the top. Ezio getting one frag and a second. Oh, almost dying to his own teammate's nade, but he's gonna live. And Wolframite take this first pistol round.
Well, both of the Razes coming in with their utilities and just starting off the round, last round, we can, like, Wolframite just stayed up until the Sage wall broke down, and they just rushed Murgiman and Murgiman and Fields over at B Heaven, and they were not expecting that, and they got the post plan down as well. Very well coordinated execute coming in from Wolframite last round, as we can see an A push coming in from Wolframite this round as Zerf takes down Japanese Thor with his Spectre, gonna satchel into sight, and all of his teammates are following him as Aku with a lurk coming over at Rams. What a headshot coming in from him over to Murgiman. Mercenaries have to play this very carefully right now. It's a 3v5 situation. They cannot lose any more man or it's over for them as Aku gets tagged down to 40 HP. He's gonna have some backup from his teammates as they take Fuse and Nuke down. And Lethal gets taken down by Zerv as Wolframite gets the 11th round for themselves. As we move on to the 15th round of the match, a pause is coming in from, well, the side of Wolframite. I think it's a technical pause, but what about the last round? Wolframite just decimated Mercenaries over at that A side and mostly at Vents. Zerv getting that 3k for himself, and Aku with that lurk coming in over at Murgiman, taking him down.
I mean, really aggressive play coming out of Wolframite. They knew that Mercenaries were ecoing and they took full advantage of that, not giving a single life. In the end, Aku had to die. He did a lot of work for his team before going giving away his life though, because getting 2 frags, even denying the entry from 3 of the players of Mercenaries from Vents to A Heaven with his cage. He did so much for his team there, and right now I expect, even though in Wolframite they are sort of on a roll, I kind of expect Mercenaries to sort of come back from this because right now the weapons advantage is on their side, and I think based on how the whole map agent lineup is going down, they are sort of expecting a B push, and their utility usage and the coordination for denying that mid/B entry is really well. So if Wolframite are able to counter that, well, kudos to them, but it's going to be really tough considering how well the Brimstone and Sage utility are being used. And I mean, I have to say, Lethal, so good with those nades and Raze utility. I mean, we do see Zerv getting those really nice satchel jumps in from very uncommon angles coordinated with Kyochi's breach flashes, but I have to say, Lethal is just playing a different kind of game here. Despite not having the same amount of frags, he is really providing the damage for his teammates.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a bonus round coming in from Wolframite. I think if they can get this round, they have the match for themselves. But Mercenaries, if they want to come back, they need this round. They're now in a very desperate situation. They very desperately need this round for if they wish to come back. As we can see, a B stack coming in from Wolframite, and Aku, the only player who is going to be at sewers, lurking up at mid. Is it going to be a very aggressive push? I don't think so. And Zerv is walking up over at B main as Lethal over at B backside. The Boombot comes in, the grenades come in. They're just trying to push right now, but it's going to be stopped by the Ollie and the slow orb. What is that from Toxin? What are you doing? You do not teleport into sight like that. He was not even in any cover though.
Thank
He
you.
was just going in for the sake of it. Aku though lurking over at the mid gets the headshot down to Fields, but cannot connect the second shot. Fields though gets healed by Murgiman, and Murgiman is ready with that wall. I think he's gonna do some sort of crazy play with Sage this round.
Oh, those
What are you doing, Murgiman?
DPs.
This concussion comes in and takes him down. Ezio with the second frag over at Fields. It's only Lethal now over at the side as he takes down Kyochi, as 3 players are running on to him. As the satchel comes in, Zerf takes him down with the Spectre. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Wolframite right now. What are you doing? As New gets a turret down, they have to retake the whole side. It's a nice close plan going in from Wolframite right now as Zerf comes in the aid of his teammate Ezio, and the trades come in. Nuke, the only one left from MercenarieZ, and he's gonna take down Aku and win the round for themselves as they get the
Such a
4th
close
round
round.
for themselves. What a round coming in from MercenarieZ, what a round coming in from Japanese Thor, and Nuke clutching it out at the very last second and getting that trade in over at Aku. I thought they were done and dusted when it was a 3v2 situation, but props to Nuke for pulling that off. Kirito.
I mean, both teams are so good on improvisation. I have to say, Wolframite, after getting denied at B and losing a player, that was a good call coming out from them to rotate towards B, and the utility from Breach. Those timings are so coordinated, and Zerv, oh my god, these guys are on another level. But MercenarieZ too, when they realized that the B push from main wasn't gonna work, they shifted their attention towards mid. And despite sort of losing the side, they did do quite a bit of damage to the players of Wolframite, so that at least Nuke and Japanese Star had some help while sort of playing in the post-plan scenario. Right now, again, we're seeing Wolframite aggressing towards this B side. A lot of utility being used, and oh, Murgiman, he's gonna take quite a bit of damage, 25 HP. He's still in danger's way as he falls back. He has to heal himself. Toxing in B main, trying to gain some ground as well, but so far he's not able to find any success. As Aku, he's gonna have to fall back from A as he tries to peek Japanese Star in this screen position. And the rest of his players are still trying to enter into B, but considering how much information Aku's gained from A, I think A is still a very viable option. As we see a wall going down from the side of MercenarieZ, I think the A push should be the best option for them right now. If they are able to take out Nuke, the Killjoy utility being denied will be really helpful for them. But still, Wolframite are in quite a stalemate here. They can't decide where they want to push. As there's 30 seconds left on the clock, they have to make a decision quick. And Japanese Star and Nuke playing really passive.
30
Killjoy
seconds
utility is there though. And Aku spots it out. The Swarm is gonna go down, and oh, he spots Japanese Star, takes him down, but loses quite a bit of HP as well. The rest of the players are pushing him. Oh, Kiyoshi through the smoke. The ultimate on the time. This coordination on this team is so good. Feels right behind the smoke, but he's gonna take down Aku. Kyochi with 8 HP, still trying to do some work for his teammates, still putting out the splashes. Toxin gets a frag onto Lethal, and Zerv finishes off on field. Match point for Wolframite, and they're that much closer to winning this first map, their own map pick. But I have to say, man, look at the condition of MercenarieZ economy. I mean, I don't think they expected to win, to lose that round.
Yeah, exactly. Now they have to force it all out. It's a do-or-die situation for MercenarieZ right now, and I don't think they can win this out, as Wolframite get all the firepower they need. While we can see MercenarieZ going with those force buys, as Nuke comes in with the Phantom and half shield. A Sheriff coming in from Lethal. The over-aggression at A is coming in from Wolframite. Aku is kind of entering for them right now. I don't know why. Lethal takes the ult down, doesn't get anyone, gets taken down by Aku. It's a 5v4 situation in favor of Wolframite right now, as Aku is lurking over at Rams, trying to find Fields right there. The ult comes in from Zerv. Hey, Zerv power down. What a shot coming in from him. Aku though, getting into vents. What is it doing?
What is happening?
They're just taking those fights right now, and Toxin finishes it off for his team as Wolframite takes map number 1.
Wow. I mean, what was that aggression coming out of Wolframite? I mean, once I think it was Nuke or Lethal who kind of showed that they were playing an eco. He had a Sheriff in hand. I mean, Aku was like, okay, let's send it. They're not on rifles. Let's just push in. Zerv pulling out the ultimate. Aku just running all around in A-Haven, still getting those frags. And overall, it was a really aggressive and dominant matchup coming out from Wolframite. And I have to say, things aren't looking good for Mercenaries. I mean, still they do have their own map pick in Haven. Hopefully, they will be able to read Wolframite's strategy from that, watching those old match VODs and everything. But they have to kind of bring that old coordination utility usage back from players, especially the support players, the Killjoys and the Brimstones, the Sages. They have to play so much more, with so much better chemistry. So if they do get that right, I think Wolframite are going to have a tough time in Haven. But overall, things are really looking good for them. They're riding that momentum and confidence. So I just can't wait for this next matchup. If it's anything like this one, I think we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, obviously. And we must acknowledge that the next map is the pick of Mercenaries, and I think they will obviously try to come back in that match. I want to see a map 3 over at Bind, but Haven is going to be very, very interesting. I want to see what Ezio picks in Haven, and I think Japanese Thor can utilize more of his Phoenix abilities in Haven a lot more than he did in Split, because the flashes were not coming in from him. He was not utilizing his mollies or walls. He has to do that in Haven if they want to win that match.
So yeah, that match being really well played from both sides. We still have much to see, as this is a best of 3 showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Winner is going to go to the grand finals to face on LRX Esports. So a lot on stake here for both sides, but we're going to take a short break as we wait for the next map to start up. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us, like, share, and do all that stuff for the stream. Support the page to stay up to date with everything else. And we're going to be back in a short while with the second map.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে, এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Amateur Cup Series 5. We're in this lower bracket finals match between Wolframite and MercenarieZ, and things are heating up as Wolframite take the first map in quite a dominant fashion. I think 13-4 was the score on split. Now moving into Haven, which is the map pick of MercenarieZ, we're hoping to see something different coming out of MercenarieZ. Hopefully they're going to be able to fill up the voids where they lacked in the first map. But since this is their map pick in Haven, I have to say I really hope that MercenarieZ do play a lot better, because I want to see this match to the third map, because how intense this is turning out to be, I just want more of it. And I'm Kirito. Alongside me is my co-caster Faxer. How are you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing well, and I am very excited for this Haven map pick from coming in from MercenarieZ. I haven't seen MercenarieZ playing in Haven that much. I think it's the first time I'm seeing them play Haven as the picks come in from both of the sides. Kyochi with that Sova as usual, while Fields is gonna go for that Sage. This is very unusual, I would say, a Sage in a map like Haven, as you have so many sightlines to. I think if they can use that wall like very efficiently, they're gonna be at a very huge advantage. Japanese Thor coming in with that Phoenix as usual, and Zerv though also coming in with that Phoenix. Aku is gonna go for that Jet as well. We can see MercenarieZ opting for one duelist only, and they're on attack. It's gonna be very hard for them to get those rounds in attacking if as they have only one duelist, that is Japanese Thor with the Phoenix. What do you think about those picks, Kirito?
Unique pick coming out of MercenarieZ, I have to say, playing a Sage. A lot of people would consider that to be really basic, if I'm being honest, because in a lot of low elo lobbies, people do prefer to go to B and just wall B main, wall off mid. That's kind of a common joke in the Valorant scene. But considering this is MercenarieZ, I expect them to use the Sage wall in a really unique manner, maybe in an offensive way, and also considering the fact that Fields is playing that, I'm expecting something unique as well. But on Wolframite side, I have to say Aku finally playing a duelist. He's really aggressive. We saw him really perform well with Cypher, but right now the duelist role is shifting to him. So I expect a lot of aggression coming out of. Yes, look at that. Immediately, all of Wolframite, 3 players to be more specific, Zerv and Aku, along with Kyochi, are peeking this A main to get that orb. But MercenarieZ, they're going for this B, but they're giving a lot of respect to Wolframite, even after that being an open side. But finally, we're seeing Fields realizing that the side is completely open. He's going to go for the bomb plant, and it's going to be a quick execution. But Aku getting one frag to the smoke onto Murgiman. And Aku, he is quite low on HP. They don't have a Sage available, though, from the side of Wolframite, so no heals for them. Playing 2 duelists, MercenarieZ sticking with 1. A Japanese Thor gets a frag on Toxin and Lethal with 1 more. They're trying to defuse the bomb through the smokes, but not much is being done as Kyoshi's losing the fight against Lethal. Get a 3rd kill. It's all onto Aku with low HP. He does have defuse, but he didn't have enough health points to get that whole defusal down. First map going in favor of MercenarieZ. 1-0 the score.
Lethal coming in with that 4K, and it was a nice B execute coming in from MercenarieZ, and they just hold the post plant out of the side as they planted open from the B doors. Sorry, my bad. B main angle, and they were just spamming the diffuser, and they got it down. The shock darts were coming in. As we can see, a B stack coming in from Wolframite this round, as Ezio, Zerv, and the Toxin is gonna stack up at B. We can see a mid push coming in from MercenarieZ as Fields is gonna take down Zerv. Ezio trying to get a trade right now, but he's gonna get taken down by Lethal as Murgiman takes down Ezio as well. Kyochi with those shockers trying to inflict any damage whatsoever. He's gonna get spammed down to 78 HP as Fields get the plan down.
Spike planted.
Aku coming in with a slow rotation from C. We can see Lethal trying to find anyone. I think he will meet with Kyochi
No, he's gonna back up.
in that angle
Standing.
as Aku gets taken down by Murgiman, and it's only Kyochi left in a 1v5 situation with a classic and no utility whatsoever. As Lethal is trying to hunt him down, will get the headshot down and take him down. Nice round coming in from Mercenaries. Flawless.
Playing
And
so
they
much
were the-
aggressively. Yes, Mercenary is playing really aggressively than much more aggressively than before, and utilizing that tight constricted space of B side, having no space at all for Wolframite, making it really tough for them to defend. I have to say, if Toxin's Paranoia was more coordinated, if the communications was there, things would have been much different. But this is sort of the game changer for Wolframite right now. With this first buy round, all rifles in their hand, Mercenary is still having those bonus weapons. So Wolframite, this is where they need to step up and maybe get their foot in the match, getting around. We're going to see immediately Kyochi going with that recon. That's going to be destroyed immediately by Lethal. Information given, though, that there are players outside Garage. We're going to see even Zerf playing quite aggressively with his own flashes. But drone coming from Kyochi is going to spot Japanese Thor. He is still spamming, but they're not going to find him because he is pretty well into cover. I think Murgiman, he did try and go into A, but Ezio, playing the Cypher this time. Really vigilant, still holding the side away from cover. And he has it pretty well, pretty nicely locked down. Zerv going for a pick. He spots the Sova of Nuke. They're trying to shoot the recon. He's going to try and get the spam in, but so far he's going to find no success as Murgiman spotted in by Ezio's camera. Ezio, he's going to peek him right now, and Murgiman trying to take care of that trap. He finally gets it, but he's still in harm's way as he's going to get peeked from A shot, and the rest of the Mercenaries are going to join him right now towards his A side as the camera and utility from Cypher has been destroyed. There's nothing denying them. Toxin with a Paranoia, though. No, I think that was a Lethal's Paranoia, as we see a lot of utility being traded. Zerv gonna get taken out. Oh, but he does get a frag with his own Vandal, and he's gonna try and heal himself. Kirshu with one of his own into Lethal as the bomb plant's trying to go down from Fields. It's still a frag from Nuke and Murgiman. They're getting a trades, running and gunning. Murgiman getting a second, almost a third. Because oh my god, a triple kill. He's gonna go for the 4K. It's all on Kyochi, and he gets it. How have Mercenaries won that? That was so well played from their side.
Ooh, some BM coming in from Murgiman right now as he gets the 4K and wins the round for his team.
This goes here.
That was a bonus round coming in from Mercenaries and a full buy coming in from Wolframite. Wolframite shouldn't have lost that. It's going to be very heavy on their economy right now. But Mercenaries, though, they were just running and gunning as they entered the B side after taking the map control all over the sidelines at Heaven. We can see that map control is very important in Heaven because there are so many spaces that you can exploit while you are in attack. As we can see, Thor and his men are just going into C long this round, and they're just gonna execute C just like that. The smokes are coming in. Kyoji, though, with the Sheriff, takes Murgiman down. Zerv, though, trying to get in that smoke, or he's gonna take him down. He's gonna heal himself as he gets taken down to 59 HP with that Sheriff. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of Mercenaries right now as Ezio picks up a gun. Will he be able to do something with that Phantom of his that he got right now? Tags Nuke down to low HP. He's gonna reload. Mercenaries are just gonna play the side right now because they're being pressured out of long right now as the Sova drone is gonna come out from Nuke as Lethal take down Aktu, and the trade is gonna come in from Ezio, though, taking down Japanese Thor. He gets tagged by the Sova dart. It's a 2v3 situation in favor of Mercenaries, and they're gonna clean it up as Fields and Lethal take down Kyochi and Ezio, respectively. Over to you, Kirito.
Man, such a tight round coming out of Mercenaries. They're not giving Wolframite any options at all. They're taking the side with dominance. Wolframite not be able to provide any resistance at all. And in the post-ban scenarios, I'm seeing very less coordination coming out of them. The utility usage isn't like it was as before. But still, 4-0, they still have time. This is a buy round. We're going to see Aku with the operator playing Jet. So there is time for recovery. And this could be the chance as we see another mid-aggression coming out from the players of Mercenaries, but Zerv getting the first frag, taking down Fields. As Aku almost gets a shot onto Murgiman there, but missing the upshot. We can see Kyoshi pulling off the Hunter's Fury, trying to find a frag, but the Murgiman using the ultimate. That's gonna just give away so much information to Mercenaries. Lethal getting tagged though quite a bit through the smoke. He's gonna push it. He gets a frag. Lethal with one of his own. Murgiman with the frag onto Ezio. Kyoshi getting a trade though, but it is a 2v3. You can see Kyochi avoiding that paranoia from Lethal. Lethal trying to TP away. The A site is theirs as Murgyman lurking towards CT, but Zerv, he's not going that way. He's going to fall back. But they need to be aware of this potential flank from Murgyman as they're going through B. You're going to see the Sova from MercenarieZ Nuke playing a really defensive role all the way in A main, or A long to be more specific. But right now, Kyochi's recon. Oh, Kyochi gets spotted out by the man. Murgyman, who's going to get the triple kill, looking for a 4K. He spots Zerv and gets the frag. Murgyman, so aggressive with the Cypher. And right now, I mean, MercenarieZ, they're feeling like they're on Cloud9, getting 4 rounds in a row, destroying Wolframite on 2 buy rounds. Things are looking really positive for them.
Well, Murgyman is just on a run and he's hungry. He already has 10 kills and only 2 deaths. Just taking those gunfights, lurking up at them and just finishing the rounds off. We can see a tech pause coming in from Wolframite as they regroup. I think it's gonna be an eco or I guess a half buy coming in from Wolframite Esports as they try to bring some rounds for themselves. We can see the full buys coming in from MercenarieZ though, and I think what's the crucial factor that MercenarieZ took 5 rounds was just getting that map control at the start of the round and just executing a site when they got that control, when they find it necessary, when they get those players in those spots where they can just execute those sites. We can see a B and a Grat stack coming out from Wolframite Esports. I think it's going to be a mid push coming in from them as they have bought. Akko with that Sheriff is going to try to go aggressive. Oh, never mind. He's going to pop his ult and go aggressive over at Sewers, but he's going to have to fall back because of that Sova drone coming in. Will he be able to get spotted down though? No, never mind. Japanese Star pops the ult. Is gonna spot Akku, but Akku with those knives, getting those right clicks in, takes his ult down. Inflicts no damage though. Or down the over a push. Situation in favor of Wolframite right now. I think they might just able to pull this off. Murgyman has an aggressive position over at C-Link.
Oh, Toxin
Is gonna miss his shots, but then connect them anyways. As Toxin takes him down to 50 HP, he's gonna get healed by his teammate Murgyman. As Kyochi is coming in with the flank, I think Lethal knows this. He's just holding that angle. Kyochin though is gonna try to take down Nuke. Tags him down to low HP as the ult comes in from Zerv. It's a 4v4 situation. They have to retake. Lethal takes down Kyochi. The wall is gonna get broken by Ezio as Murgyman takes down Akku. It's a 2v4 situation and I don't think they should go for this.
Ezio.
Zerv should save right now. Ezio with that tap coming in on Murgyman. The wall comes in. Is he gonna be able to defuse? No, gets spammed down by Nuke. It's only Ezio left trying to inflict some damage over at the economy. Gets another tap onto Nuke. It's a 1v2 situation and there's no time for him to fuse anymore as he takes down Fields and is gonna be traded by Lethal. What a round coming in from MercenarieZ as they take round number 6. But props to Wolframite. It was their eco and they got 4 of the MercenarieZ members down. Only Fields getting out of that alive.
Well, that would have been a good eco if Wolframite were able to get the bomb defusal down, even if it was half defused. But regardless, MercenarieZ, they have 6 wins in a row. They still have the economy sort of recover from this. They're still going to go for all rifles. Have more than enough money for going at least a couple more rounds. We're going to see them all stack outside this A side. And Ezio, immediately hearing all the commotion, he's going to fall back. He knows that there's a fight coming to him. And he's going to take a defensive position for that. A few of the players from Wolframite. We're seeing Toxin and Zerb coming to his aid as Murgyman gets the first frag on the Kyochi as he was trying to aggress on from B Garage, and the ultimate being used by Murgyman. They know the exact position of the players of Wolframite, and they think the B and C sites are relatively more open, and they're gonna fall back. But oh, look at this position. Japanese are discovered, but he survives, not taking a single ounce of damage. Zerv getting a trade onto Lethal though, and he's having a lot more fight to go. A revive coming down, and Murgyman protects the revive of Lethal, taking down Zerv, and the B side is completely open for them as Murgyman, he's aggressive. Ezio gets one frag, traded on by Nuke onto Akku. Toxin really playing aggressively on this wall with only 40 HP. They're still denying this bomb plant. As the smoke's gonna go down, they destroy this wall, but oh, I think they spotted Murgyman's gun. And Akko pulling out that ultimate. They're gonna give away the positions. And Ezio getting a frag on the Japanese store. Toxin! Oh, almost gets shot, but Ezio is the one who's gonna take him down. Ezio is on a 3K on a roll for the ace, and he might have to do that because
Spike planted.
Toxin, he's only on 3 HP, and he is going towards C long. I think that could be predicted by the players of MercenarieZ Nuke, holding close towards the long angle. But oh, Toxin might get a free frag onto Nuke, but this could all come down to timing. He spots Nuke, and he's going for the frag. He gets him, that is so big coming out from him. But the trade coming out from Lethal, and it is all on to Akku, but Akku with the 4K clutches it out, brings back Wolframite, getting the first round in the scoreboard from them. And this could be
Make
the start
corrective, it was
of the
actually
comeback.
Ezio coming in with the
Oh, sorry, Ezio.
clutch.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Well, we're so used to Akku seeing
Akku
Akku playing Cypher.
Ezio
Yeah,
Cypher,
exactly right.
yeah. I'm extremely sorry, guys. It's Ezio who got the clutch there, and a really well performed run from him, bringing Wolframite back into this matchup. And hopefully, you know, this could be the start of the comeback.
Well, big round coming in from Ezio as they get the first round on the board, Wolframite. And Akku now has the op. This is going to be very interesting to see. He's going to set his position onto C long as MercenarieZ sets up over at A lobby. I think they're just going to execute A this round. They're stacking up at A lobby right now as Nuke goes
Got your recon coming in from
got his recon, and Japanese Thor just trying to entry over at sewers, gets his flash down, breaks down the Cypher trap. Ezio with one though. Ezio is taking another fight. Take down Thor. Takes
my
down
God.
Nuke. Ezio, what are you doing? Fails with the trade though. It's a 4v2 situation in favor of Wolframite right now, as Lethal and Fields try to regroup. They have to play for those trades right now. They have to do something exceptional as Akku coming in with that operator. Zerv takes down Lethal. It's a 1v3 as Fields gets taken down by Zerv again. And Wolframite take their second round of this match.
We good. We good.
And as we said, Wolframite, they only need one round to gain some momentum, and immediately winning one round, they take this second in a really impressive post-ban scenario. Ezio getting 3 kills, fragging for his teammate. I think the Cypher is the agent where whoever's playing Cypher will frag out of his mind for Wolframite.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
sure.
Cyphers are just going over aggressive and getting those
Yeah,
fights
same
and
for
just winning them.
Murgy Man. Same for Murgy Man. He's 14-5 and he's playing really well right now, providing both the support and the aggression for the team. Right now, Wolframite, they have to maintain this momentum that they've gained. They still don't have enough money for a full buy. As we're seeing Toxin going with the Bulldog, Akku still with the Operator, yet to get some kills though with it, as we see a lot of aggression towards B main. But Zerv, a well-placed flash, and he's going to be able to fall back from there as well. And the first frag of this round, there are 3 ults available for Wolframite, and they would love to use that when Murgy Man trying to lurk in this A side. But Ezio, he's there every time. He's playing so patiently. And immediately he's gonna pop that cage, denying him the entry. Nuke with a frag onto Kyoshi though. And that's gonna tie things up for them man count wise. And Murgy Man, he's still trying to aggress towards A. He doesn't know that Ezio is wrapping in around him. Akku finally gets a kill with the Operator onto Lethal. But the rotations are coming in towards A. Ezio could get caught here if he isn't careful about that flank, but he's holding a defensive position. I think he hears that noise, and he gets the frag onto Fields, and he's control of the bomb, even using the ultimate, giving away the position of the rest of the players. Murgy Man and Nuke are discovered. Ezio taking a really defensive position as the bomb is being trying to be recovered by MercenarieZ. Ezio gets one frag, a possible second, and he does it! Oh my god, Ezio with 33 HP survives, getting triple kill there. And he's even gonna drop the bomb. So useful to his team right now.
Ezio playing like a perfect Cypher should play. He has the aim, he has the brain, he played it so smartly last round. Just getting in behind Murgy Man, but not letting Nuke and Fields know that he's there, getting those flanks in and taking all 3 of them down in the process. We can see the op is still in the hands of Akku as he's gonna peek over at A long. We can see a mid aggression maybe coming out from MercenarieZ. Zerv is gonna flash out of garage as Akku is holding that A lobby angle over at A long. He's not gonna find anyone as the Cypher smoke comes down. Fields coming in with the wall, trying to get any plan for them. Is gonna take down Toxin with that Spectre in the long range. What a shot coming in from Fields. Kyoshi just holding that backside aggression. They got the side though, but will they be able to defuse the spike? That's the big question right here, as they do not have the man advantage right now. Fuse though trying to run and gun, takes down Ezio, Kyochi and Zerv with one for themselves. As it's a 3v3 situation, Thor with the flank coming in from C-Link, takes down Kyochi, flashes Zerv. It's a 2v3 right now. Zerv with the counter flash takes him down. It's a 2v2 as the defuse comes in. The ult from Nuke is gonna stop that as Akku has to fall back. He's gonna have to save. There is no time. He has no HP left. And he's gonna get taken down by Lethal as Mercenaries get their 7th round on the board.
Man, Mercenaries are looking so good in that post-plant scenario in B right there, holding those angles outside from window, from garage. And I think Wolframite, they slowly need to play on the flanks if it's a B plant. I mean, coming from A, coming from C, even from garage, I think Mercenaries aren't sort of expecting those right now. And especially since Toxin has that ult, he needs to really utilize that and step up his fragging game quite a bit to help out Wolframite in these post-plant scenarios. So far, we're seeing really good performance coming out from Mercenaries in taking that B site. This time, I think they want to slowly explore some more options. We see Kyochi immediately spotting out a bunch. He's using that out, not in the post plant, but he's going to use that to bait out Fields. Fields gets tagged once, and the kill just misses out. Kyochi so close to getting that frag onto Fields. He's going to be able to heal himself up. Kyochi so close and taking out a very valuable player for Mercenaries right now. That revive still available for them. As we see Murgyman with the cage trying to spot out anyone holding aggressively towards Garage, and Recon coming in from Kyochi, but that wall isn't broken. If it was, he could have gotten some shots into the wall bang. But Mercenaries are swarming outside the C side. Aku still very careful on the flank. He's playing really patiently, not to give away any information that he's there. Toxin trying to back off, but oh no, he's not having a good day. As Japanese Sword takes him out with his right back. Kyoshi finally getting a trade onto Murgyman. The bot plan's still gonna go down, but Lethal, he's gonna step off of it. It's gonna be the one, it's gonna be Fields who's gonna get the bomb plant down towards the back of the site. Shock darts coming in from Kyochi, not finding anything. Aku still with the operator, joining his teammates. He's gonna pick up a Vandal. Recon coming in from Mercenaries, Wolframite, but not giving information. Lethal peeking and takes down Ezio, but Aku with a quick trade, pulling out the ultimate. He spots a player long, the shock darts come in. A revive coming in from Fields is gonna bring back Murgyman. Garage, and the push from Garage could be coming in. Zerv's holding that angle. But from coming in from CT, they're still holding the defusal. Can they pull it off? They do, and they win the round. How have they done that? Wolframite?
How did that happen?
Last round in the half.
What is happening, Wolframite? Zerv and Aku is just gonna save their teammate that round, and they get the round. I think that Murgyman ult shouldn't have come that round because they just needed to play the post plan. It was a 3v3 post plan, and the bomb was planted for long. If they had just stayed at long, I think Mercenaries could have won that round, but Wolframite just reading them perfectly and holding out that angle over at Garage and C-Link and taking the round for themselves. As the dart comes out from Nuke, he's gonna pop that drone off as well. Spots out Toxin as Aku takes down Murgyman, the lurker, over at A-Long with his op. A B execute is coming in from Mercenaries, but the bomb is not planted yet though.
Oh,
Toxin getting so unlucky there. His gun was not out. Fields though takes 2 of them down. It's a 2v3 situation in favor of Mercenaries right now as Zerv pops the ult. Oh, what a shot coming in from him as he gets the 3k. And Zerv going for that defuse. Never mind, Kyochi going for that defuse. Gets half done, and Zerv is gonna take down Nuke as Kyochi is gonna get that defuse done. And the half comes to an end as Mercenaries take 7 rounds while Wolframite has 5 rounds on their board.
Man, such an intense matchup coming in. Mercenaries really performing well in their own map pick. I have to say, they're executing that B site like it's so easy, just walking in, planting the bomb. The utility is on point. And if they get that bomb plant and they are able to get out of B site, having their position set up in grass, they just use one by one their utilities. We're seeing Japanese Thor throwing his molly to deny the bomb defuse. We're seeing Nuke throwing shock darts. I mean, there's so much utility to be used from the side of Mercenaries to deny the bomb defusal. and that really played a big role in their success in this first half. So this is Wolframite's sort of redemption, because they have those same utilities on their side to deny those diffusals, and they also have great agents for taking the sites, doing the site entries without much resistance from mercenaries. Should be their objective. So let's see what they come up with. They are still not that far behind round count wise. 7-5 is still very much comebackable. So let's see what they pull off.
Well, we have to acknowledge that MercenarieZ has got 2 Sentinels on their side. They have the Sage Wall, so they can just wall off Garage and just not care about that for the early round plays. They can have an extra man over at A site or at C site if they need it. They also has a Cypher to just get that map control all over the site with his trap wires, and the camera is gonna come in very handy for themselves.
So yeah, a lot of utility available for mercenaries to sort of win this in the boss plans or even deny the entries. But I have to say, Wolframite are very aggressive on the attacking, especially coming from Aku and Zerv. They need to look out for the Sentinels, because that is the only thing that that is sort of their kryptonite in this match. Because if they aren't aware of their positioning and their utilities, this could be really crucial. And I think mercenaries are having a technical pause. I think one of the players might have disconnected. So yeah, there's a technical pause coming out right after another one from mercenaries this time. So as I was saying, Sentinels, a big weakness for Wolframite's aggression right now. I think players like Zerv and Aku, they need to watch out for that. Ezio too, he is really aggressive with the Cypher. So they're gonna have to be really vigilant while pushing into the sides, checking each other's angles, watching each other's backs, at least getting a trade in whenever one of them dies should be their objective. So
I think the
let's see how
key
they play that.
factor should be like Boogeyman to stay alive for the whole of the round, because his tripwires and camera can give them so much information, as one of the sidelines is probably going to be blocked by Sage. So he has he has not much to work with, but if he can work with that, if he can put up his traps in a certain way that they get the info, or if he wants to hold those sides with his traps, he can do it because he has got the Sage Wall to just block off any of the sidelines.
The utility is in favor of mercenaries in defensive half. So it's all going to come down to how the duelists of Wolf might play this, how they entry their team into the sites, and how they give them enough space for the post-ban scenario. So if you are able to get all the defenders in a site while doing the entry, that is really going to help the rest of the team, the support players, to sort of put the bomb plan down in a situation suitable for your team in the post ban, so that the utilities and the positions that you're holding is going to be utilized to the best. So a lot of pressure onto Aku and Zerv, I have to say. I keep saying it because it is true. And I think some of the players from especially Toxin, he's only got one frag. He is not really being the most consistent fragger right now. His Omen smokes are there, but he needs to really step up his game quite a bit.
Yeah, his paranoids are not connecting as they should.
Yeah, they really need to have some better coordination and at least have some fragging power out of him, to say the least.
Although Japanese Tower also needs to step up for his team if they want to stay in this lead. He only has 5 kills, and as the only duelist in his team, he needs to frag out more. Although they're in defense right now, some pressure is off his shoulders, but he still needs to frag out, get those trades in, be influential for his team.
Yeah, it is the duelists who need to take the lead while taking into going into anything, even if it's a post ban or even if it's a site take. It is the duelist who should take the lead, and I think there is still a technical issue from mercenaries. They're yet to I think, not sure who is facing the issue. I think it is Nuke, because he's been standing still for quite a while. But well, there's nothing we can do but wait. They do have a limited time to fix this, so let's see. Let's just wait for them until we can start the matchup. Because I know I'm roaring to go for this next half to begin, because I want to see what each of these sides do in this half. So I think we just need to be a little bit more patient for the players to come back, and then we can start.
The timer has been unpaused, and we are starting the buy phase of round number 13. As we can see, a default setup coming in from Wolframite, while both of the teams are gonna opt for those goes. Only Murgiman, Nuke, and Toxin going for those classics. I think Toxin is gonna use his paranoia somewhere down the line. I think that's why the classic buy is coming out from. We can see a stack up coming in from MercenarieZ over at A side as Murgiman, Nuke, and Japanese Thor are gonna take control over at A lobby. They're gonna go super aggressive right now. I don't know why Oh, never mind. What a wall coming in from Murgiman as Toxin is trying to lurk up over at Garage, and Murgiman is gonna never mind. Field is gonna farm that orb, and Thor, I don't know what he is doing, just staring at that wall. Whatever. Zerv and Aku just trying to create some pressure over at B main, and the Shockdars come in. He's gonna get tagged down to 28 HP, and he's gonna heal up with his molly. But Thor, though, with the flank coming in, he has 74 HP left and a ghost and a flash as well. He's gonna get taken down by Zerv, and Kyochi takes down Murgiman as well. It's a situation in favor of Wolframite Esports right now as they move into A side. They know that A side is empty right now as the wall has been broken down. Zerv trying to lurk up over at B. Finds Fields. He is just gonna take Fields unattended as he still lurks up over at mid. It's a 4v2 situation in favor of Wolframite right now. I think Nuke knows the position of Zerv. He's gonna hold that angle, but can Zerv? Oh, never mind. Zerv is looking at him, and he takes him down. What a play coming in from Zerv right. He gets 3 kills. Will he be able to get the 4th? Or will Lethal be able to clutch it out for himself, for his team? He has a ghost, but gets taken on by Zerv. What a play coming in from him. Headshots after headshots.
Well, Zerv really helping out his team and getting 4 kills at around 3 really crucial ones. And that's going to allow his team to go for the buy in this next round. And hopefully take back, tie things up, get a 7-7 on the board and initiate the comeback. Right now, we're going to see a full buy, my bad, coming out from them from the side of Wolframite Esports, except for Aku. He's going to stick with the Ghost. He has done that in the past. So let's see if he is still able to get those frags or maybe do the entry with a little bit less superior weapon than his teammates. But regardless, we're seeing a Steve. Oh, look at the map. Just look at the map. The entirety of the MercenarieZ squad is at A, except for the Cypher, which is Murgiman, trying to do some damage for the players as they take this C-side. He does do quite a bit of damage onto Toxin, though. And that's going to set up the retake for his teammates as the rest of the players are on the flank. On the edge, he's standing. He gets one frag, almost a second, lowering down Japanese Thor, but he's going to have to heal as Zerv gets 1 frag onto Lethal. It's a 4v2. Kyochi, he gets taken out by Nuke, an Omen, Sova Diff coming in. Aku with 1 more frag on the Japanese Thor. He's still alive with 30 HP as Nuke with the right click finishes off. It's all on Zerv and Toxin, but Zerv with a triple kill, doing so much work for his team. Winning that buy round, and it was quite close in the end, I have to say. Considering the Toxin was quite low in HP, and Zerv had lost that fight, it would have been really tough for Toxin to clutch it out. But in the end, it is going to be in favor of Wolframite. They are going to be taking the round and tying things up 7-7. So hopefully, you might see a comeback from them, as we do see they're still going for those SMGs. I think Zerv and Aqua are opting to go for the rifles along with Toxin.
A half semi-buy coming out from Wolframite right now on Toxin, coming in with a Vandal and a half shield, and he has 0 credits left. We can see another C execute coming in from Wolframite as Zerv popped the ult. Aku with that updraft takes down Murgiman. Zerv going into Garage.
Oh my god, Zerv!
They just gave him so much space to work with, and he takes them down. He punishes them for it. It's a 5v3 situation in favor of Wolframite right now, and the best option for MercenarieZ is to save right now because they have got the site, they have got the post plan set up. 4 of them are still inside. They have no garage control, they have no long control. They cannot retake this side no matter what happens right now. I think they're just going to look for exits right now as Fields holding an angle over at B, and Kyochi trying to hunt them down. He has got the economy for himself, so he will try to hunt them down. but
I
they're
think
just gonna opt for
Wolframite
that
should,
save.
should not really play this super aggressively, considering that their economy isn't in the best state though. Even though they won, losing a player would have been really, really bad for them there. But still, they're gonna survive that with all 5 players. The rest of the mercenaries especially are gonna be able to save their guns, and that's gonna still give them some room in the economy to stay on those rifles.
Well, yeah, of course, but mercenaries lethal coming in with that judge. Other Murgiman and Fields are gonna go opt for that half shield. Although 3 of their players saved, they are not still at full buy capability. And we can see the full buys coming in from Wolframite though, as Zerv pops the flash off onto mid, trying to get some info over at B. They just left B alone for some reason. They did not even keep a trap wire there. The trap wires are coming in right now. What are you doing, man? Toxin just read that, and the spam comes in from Kyochi. Well read from him, taking down Lethal. They have no smoke right now, so they cannot opt for a retake. Aku on the other side of the map, taking down Japanese Thor, and they got the B side just like that, as Kyochi is gonna get the plant down. Aku helping with the smokes of his, and the trades come in as Mugiman takes down Toxin. Aku taking down Nuke though. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Wolframite right now, and I think they have to save this round as well, mercenaries. Maybe Mugiman can come up with a flank. Never mind, Fields come up with a flank.
Well, they're both
Last
flanking
player
now, but
standing.
Kyochi.
Yeah, Mugiman gets the trade onto Kyochi though. It's a 1v2 situation for him. There's time running out for him. He should get the half down though. But Aku is gonna take him down and get the round for Wolframite. 9-7 is the scoreline in favor of Wolframite right now. What a comeback we're seeing from them.
Immediately as the first frag went down from Lethal, as he was taken down by Kyochi there, Aku knew that there was sort of an opening on B side, which was correct. He really pushed in there. He got one frag, I think it was Japanese Thor, and really opened up the whole side for them and gave a lot of time for Wolframite to plant the bomb and set up for that post-plant scenario. In the end, they weren't facing much resistance. In the end, I mean, mercenaries were trying to, go for exit frags, but it was a well-won round indeed coming in from Wolframite. A good shot there, though, coming in from Nuke. He's gonna damage Aku quite a bit, who has to run away. And then a second shot there, it misses. If that connected, that could have been really, really bad for Wolframite there. But Japanese Thor, he's on the flank. He's opting to go in, but there's a trap wire that is broken. The information has been given to Wolframite, and they're gonna stay aware of that. He's gonna fall back, Japanese Thor, just sort of distracting the players of Wolframite. That maybe there's a flank or maybe not, you don't know. So Wolframite are gonna have that little fear on their backs, but not any longer, as they're gonna clear the C-Long region and they're gonna eliminate any possibilities of a flank with the drone of Kyochi. So Aku though, he's gonna really aggress towards the C side, but there are 2 players, Lethal and Murgiman. He's even gonna be able to take the orb and have his ultimate 72 HP still available to him. Wolframite, 40 seconds left. They really haven't made much progress on any sides. They have taken down some utility coming down though, but this late wall coming from Fields could be a really big trouble for them. As we see Zerv, he's gonna find out that that entrance is blocked. He's gonna try and open it, but Japanese Thor is gonna deny their entry right now as he takes on Toxin. A slow orb coming in. Japanese Thor in the cage. He's trying to reload, but Ezio's not gonna let him. But Fields getting a trade onto Aku. Zerv with one more trade. It's a 2v3. The bomb plan is gonna go down, but there is a player coming from Nonkid. Mugiman picks up a rifle. And the information is there. Nuke coming in from behind. There's not much he can do. Murgiman is going to take him out. Ezio getting surrounded from all sides, trying to do whatever he can, but he can't survive that for too long. Mercenaries is going to take another round.
So mercenaries were almost collapsing in this half, but they take themselves back as they get their first round in this half.
Right here.
We can see the full buys coming in from both of the teams right now. Mercenaries with no players opting for that operator pick. But the walls from Fields are just so right. The time.
That was perfect. Denying the entry.
Exactly, and the flank from Nuke as well was just the key factor that got mercenaries their valuable round in this half. As Zerf flashes out over at mid, the ult is gonna come in. They're just gonna read it. Nuke missing all of his ult. Doesn't even tag out anyone. Thor gets taken down. Thor's ult gets taken down, my bad. Nuke trying to get some damage over at Thor. Tags him down. Never mind. Nuke takes down Zerv. And it's a 4v5 situation in favor of Mercenaries right now. As the drone comes out from Nuke, Thor holding that angle over at B main. Nuke is gonna get all of that info over at mid. That there is no mid aggression or any mid control from Wolframite Esports. Over to you, Kirito.
Right now, I mean, they are trying to explore their options. Wolframite, we can see Aku trying to go towards C, and players from A are backing away. We can see Ezio still in the A short region. They're trying to look for players on the flank, but so far, oh, look at this. That wasn't great. The drone from Kyochi scoping out A, that's going to give information that they're maybe trying to push towards that A side. But right now, the Cypher utility doing whatever it can to sort of slow down the push, but the push will come inevitably from the players of Wolframite. The camera is still there, though, from Murgiman, as the rest of the players are swarming around the side. Ezio still on the lurk. There are players surrounding him. He's outside this garage. We can see Japanese are aggressing on him. If he gets a frag here, his position will be known. He sees him and he gets a frag. A lot of damage being taken, but he will get the ultimate down, revealing the positions of the players of Mercenaries. And Ezio, he's going to be able to run away from it. We see also available Mugiman getting a frag onto Aku, not going to survive for long. Kyochi denying the entry. Toxin with only 2 HP still alive inside, but not for long, getting taken out. High lethal. And it's a 1v2 as the players of Mercenaries are trying to aggress. A Shock Dart is going to deny. Trying to deny the diffuser, but it's gonna miss as lethal. He's holding it inside the diffuse, gonna be stuck. That wall from Fields, that was so creative. Playing that linearly instead of sideways. That means it's gonna take longer for it to be destroyed, and the shock darts are not gonna do any damage either. It was so well thought of by Mercenaries, and that's gonna be in even more trouble for Wolframite as they're in a horrible state economy-wise. You can see that they're still able to go for those force buys, but that's a really big risk coming out, especially Murgiman with that operator now. If they miss shots, then that's going to be the death of them. So a really crucial run coming out of Wolframite to come back in this, to stay alive in this matchup.
Well, Wolframite should have won that round, but Fields with the clutch wall coming in. Now I know why they picked Sage, though. Sage can even be useful in a post-plan situation like this, because they just retook the side and just walled off C long as Kyochi takes his drone out, spots out Lethal as he jump peaks. They're just gonna execute C side right now. The paranoia comes out from Lethal though as he takes down Zerv. He's gonna take down FPO. He's looking for Aku or Kyochi. Misses all of his shots onto Kyochi though. Nuke taking 2 of them down. Toxin with 1. Toxin with 2. It's a 1v2 situation for him. Does he know the flank coming in from long though? That's gonna be the key factor. He does not. Japanese Thor takes him down and take the round from Mercenaries. It's a 9-10 scoreline in favor of Mercenaries right now.
That was such a close round coming in. I mean, Toxin, he definitely stood a chance of clutching that if only it wasn't the flank coming out from Japanese Thor, getting the crucial final kill there and giving Mercenaries a lead after quite a while in the slacking half. And not only that, they have 3 ultimates available for them: a Revive, a Neural Theft, and a Omen Teleport. Those are really huge in those post-plan scenarios, and even in denying the entries, really big performance for Mercenaries, and hopefully they're going to be able to carry it out to the rest of the matchup. Wolframite, they're going to be forced into an eco right now after that force buy from last round. They're going to have to hard eco that, except for Zerv. I think he's going to go for half armor and a Sheriff. We're going to see Ezio go for the same setup after a while, but a lot riding on this round from both sides. I think there's a pause coming in.
Yeah,
Aku
I think it's a tag pause coming in from Aku. They just need to regroup right now. They just need to play as a team. They just need to get those trades in, because last round Lethal was just getting those 1v1s and no one was trading him at that point. Aku just going over at that B side and he was just chilling over there. He's like, I got the side guys coming. But Lethal on the other hand, he was just lurking over at that green box position. Zerv did not expect that. Kyochi did not expect that. And he took 2 of them down.
Yeah, really good performance coming out from Lethal. They're holding on to that C side, but right now it is time for Wolframite to sort of, they are in an eco right now, but if they do lose this eco, it's going to be 11-9, and that's going to put that much pressure on them to come back from this Mercenaries. Really playing the utility well. I did see that Lethal had paranoid Aku, even if Aku, even if he wasn't paranoid, I don't think he would be able to tell that Lethal was in that position. That gave away a lot of lives for Wolframite, as we see. I think their utility usage has drastically improved. I mean, not drastically, actually, dramatically improved for Mercenaries since the last map. And they are continuing that same performance quite strongly here in this map of Haven. Now I know why they picked this map. They've been really giving Wolframite a hard time to have a stable economy. Despite winning a few rounds, Wolframite still not in the best of scenarios as they're trying to rush into the seaside through garage and also through long too. But we can see Lethal still holding aggressively. He's gonna fall back inside, gonna get Dink getting a frag, but Toxin with a trade, Aku picking up a rifle, Fields and all the other players rotating from the other side. Toxin gonna take care of the drone and fall back. It's a 4v4. There is a revive available though for Mercenaries, and I think Kyoshi has that same idea. He gets a frag onto Murky Man. Why are you using that using the classic? I mean, he had an op, but still. You see Japanese Thor getting a trade onto Toxin 3v3. There's still a revive available for them. I think they're trying to get that down. Kyoshi is aware of that, but there's nothing to deny that. But immediately Aku with the frag on Japanese Thor, turning into a 3v3. Oh, Fields getting a frag onto Kyoshi 2v2 right now. Nuke with one more. It is all onto Aku. Gets one frag. Can he get a second? The ultimate coming in. Oh, he's so low in HP. A single ghost shot from Murky Man is enough to take him down. Even after giving it his all, he wasn't able to keep Wolframite alive. He only needed to sail up 3 seconds though, but good attempt from both teams. And Mercenaries inevitably winning that round, 9-11 the score.
Yeah, exactly. Akko almost had that. If only he connected his shots onto Nuke, he would have had that round. But nonetheless, Nuke and Murgyman come out on top as Murgyman setting up that tripwire onto B right now. We can see, I think another trapwire is gonna go over into garage. Yes, he's gonna play for that info, not for that setup though. The Zerv, as usual, is gonna pop that flash over at mid window. No one is at B this round though. If they can do B, they might have a really clean execute this round, as there is no obstacle over at B. Aku just trying to lurk up at B, breaks the tap wire. They have the info right now that they're putting pressure over at B. Look at the position of Toxin though. He's already in garage. The garage tripwire also gets broken down. Where they're now at a standstill, holding those angles over at A link and C link. I think Lethal is just trying to get any info over at C long with those jump picks coming in. The rotation has come in from Mercenaries though, as Japanese Thor is almost gonna flank from that A long position. He has the info that they're not coming in A. Mercenaries should rotate right now over at C because Japanese Thor has the info, but yes they are. Nuke is rotating over at C. Murgyman has come in the aid of Lethal right now, but Lethal is gonna get taken down by Aku right now as the trade coming from Murgyman with the operator. It's a 4v4 situation. He even tags up Kyochi as he was planting. They now have to retake the side. Mercenaries is one man down though. Toxin with that ult. I think Fields knows about this and he's just gonna rush him over. Oh, what a nice angle coming in from Toxin as he takes down Fields. Thor though coming in with that flank. He's just being super slow about it. He's just being patient about it. I think they're gonna opt for that save because Murgyman has the operator and they need the operator the next round. They're just opting for that save right now. I think they might look for some exits if Wolframite tries to save through that long, as Zerv is gonna come into the crosshair of Murgyman and he will get taken down. The other players, although, are safe over at CT side. The trapwire gets triggered, but nothing happens out of it, as it's a 10-11 scoreline in favor of Mercenaries right now.
A really big round coming out of Wolframite. Hopefully it's gonna start the comeback, but I have to say Mercenaries also played that really well. I think if only it wasn't for Fields dying to Toxin's ultimate. I mean, he predicted correctly that he is gonna he's gonna teleport at their own base. But I mean, he was holding such a tight angle, and he was so quick at holding the angle. I don't think Fields could have done anything about it. But that frag was pretty essential for Wolframite to win that. You're gonna see Fields immediately blocking off that garage, missing the shot, recon dart. But you know, in the end, it didn't matter much. He's gonna survive those spam shots to really big coming out of him. We're gonna see Nuke spotting out Aku, and he's gonna updraft away, but he tags Kyochi. Kyochi He's gonna be able to avoid that despite getting tagged once. Oh, I think his own teammate Fields got tagged, even if it was a little bit. He is a little bit lower in HP compared to the other players. We can see Wolframite advancing towards this B side over here. Aku really aggressive. He does have one updraft and dash available to him, so he can play really with much mobility. But still, Mercenary is doing everything they can to deny the entries because they know that the B side is the only side they need to put those utilities in. Oh, Aku spots Fields at the last moment. He's trying to get some shots in, but it's going to be Fields who gets a couple of bullets into his into the Jet's body. Right now, Wolframite rotating towards the C side. We're going to see Toxin pushing in, and he's jumping around in this garage. I think Lethal spotted him. A pair coming in, a counter paranoia as Lethal takes on Ezio. Aku with a trade though, as Toxin pushing in towards the side from in the backside now. Spots Boogeyman, takes him down to the smoke. The operator is down for them. Even takes care of the other one. The push coming in. He gets one frag, but the trade is there from Japanese Star 2v2. 1v2 as Japanese Star takes on two players. It's all onto Aku. It's a 1v1 now, but Japanese Thor, he's so low in HP. But Aku playing this so smart, pushing towards garage. But oh, he's gonna go back to CT as he's gonna go back towards the bomb as there's nothing to provide cover for him. And Aku to the smoke. He was so low in HP anyways. And Wolframite again tying things up, 11-11. They just need 2 more rounds to win this. Can they hold on?
A nice round coming in from Wolframite, and Aku playing it so smart, just avoiding that fight with that Phoenix ult and just playing it patiently, and at the end gets the headshot down at Japanese Thor and wins the round for his team. We can see an A stack coming out from Wolframite this round. I think they're looking to execute A as Kyochi and Aku as their ults ready. Kyochi is gonna pop that drone off, trying to get some info over at long. Spots both of them down. The ult is gonna come down. Is gonna tag. Is gonna take down Field and just misses Japanese Thor. But Japanese Thor is gonna push up over at long. We can see a mid control coming in from Wolframite. F Aku, what a nice clean shot coming in from him as he takes down Nuke. Japanese Thor though, the flank is coming in from him.
It's no utility to give away information that he's there.
Will he be able to?
Ezio, he's holding that.
Yeah, Ezio holds that, and what a nice shot coming in from him as he takes down Japanese Thor, but gets traded down by Murugiman, and the trade also comes in from Aku as well. Toxin though, the only member remaining from Mercenary, never mind, Lethal, the only member remaining from MercenarieZ, and he's gonna get taken down by Aku, as it's a 12-11 scoreline in favor of Wolframite right now. What a comeback! What a comeback, Kirito.
Such a close match coming in, and look at the economy of MercenarieZ. They are barely afloat. They're still gonna be able to afford some rifles and armor for the teammates though. Murugiman is still debating on what he should buy, but I think it will sort of be a gun round despite having a couple SMGs, but there are still ultimates available for both sides, and I think Aku, he should be popping the Jet ult in the last few seconds of the side take because that is so useful in taking the side. But right now, it all comes down to this round to figure out if Wolframite can pull it off to go into the grand finals of this Amateur Cup. And we can see MercenarieZ holding really patiently in this B side. Wolframite trying to show so much aggression, but they're not giving any information. They're calming themselves down, calming their nerves. But there's one thing, there is no Cypher utility coming out in this round from Murugiman, so they shouldn't have too much resistance going, trying to take a site. But so far, they haven't gained much ground in this mid region as Aku, he wants to go into the side, but he knows that there could be players holding a crossfire, could easily take him down. You can see smokes come in from Toxin towards the C side, but oh, MercenarieZ, look at this defensive position that they have. As we can see, the players Aku, they're trying to clear from the C long side. He gets taken out by Lethal, but Ezio, he's also low on HP. Nuke with 1 XP on Nuke, and it's all onto Ezio. The whole match has gone, the whole round has fallen apart for Wolframite from match point, and Ezio in a 1v4, 70 HP. He has to clutch if he wants to win, but gets one frag, gets traded out, and 12-12, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to overtime, as nothing can separate these teams in this map. What a match.
What a round coming in from MercenarieZ. I had no hope for them. They didn't have the guns, they didn't have the firepower. Murugiman didn't even set up for the sides that round, but they pulled it off with such smart positioning and play coming in from a Nuke and a Lethal over at C Long. They are the top fragger. Yeah, they are the top fraggers for their teams, along with Murgiman. While we can see Zerv, Akku, and Ezio are just both all three of them with 20 plus kills. As we move on to the first round of the first overtime, we can see a default setup coming out from Wolframite and MercenarieZ as well, as Ezio sets up at A, getting those trappers in. He's gonna check the camera for any information over at Sewers and Long. While we're at a standstill, we can see Japanese Thor just lurking over at Garage. He has got 2 flashes left, and Toxic is holding a passive angle over at Garage window. He's gonna get spotted down by the drone from Kyoshi. Kyoshi knows a lot of info right now, as Zerv is gonna pop that flash over at B main, trying to get some more info over at mid. They're just gonna go for this A execute right now, slowly creeping into Sewers, as Murgiman already has long control. Ezio has got to play this very, very smartly. I don't think he's expecting this. I don't think he can hold them off all on his own, as 5 players are rushing towards him. As the trap wires get broken down, Ezio takes one down. Flashes come in from Japanese Thor. Ezio gets another one though. What are you doing, Ezio? Getting flashed, and you're taking them down. Nuke with the trade though. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of Wolframite right now. I think Ezio has done all the work he needs to do, and it's up to his teammates to retake the site now and win this round for him. Fields holding that angle over at his wall. The dart comes in but does not spot him. 2-player at Sewers. Nuke takes Akku down. Fields takes Kyoshi down. The trades come in. It's 1v2 right now. Pull this off. Never mind. Lethal takes him down. And what around coming in from MercenarieZ. What around coming in from Murgiman.
Switching sides.
And never mind. What around coming in from Fields, Nuke, and Lethal as they held their post-plant situation. But props to Ezio just getting those 2 crucial frags over at A side, but his teammates could not make him proud.
Man, this match is turning out to be so close right now. I mean, Ezio holding that side the best he can, getting 2 frags. The rest of the teammates tried their best to get the frag, but Lethal, the paranoia's timing was so good, and he was able to take down a couple of players, and he's providing information for his teammates too. When he talks him trying to rush into Garage, but Lethal, he predicted that and was able to take it on. Japanese service on frag onto Akku. This is looking really bad for Wolframite right now in this post-plant scenario. Sorry, not even post-plant. I mean, they didn't even weren't able to get into the site. As we can see, the player of MercenarieZ, they're slowly playing a little more defensive. They know that these 3 players have potential to even clutch this 5v3 out. As we can see, they're advancing towards this B site. Ezio and Zerv, Kyoshi holding through Garage. The flanks are still secured by those trapwires, so they can play with less worry in mind. But Zerv taking so much fire, he's gonna have to fall back. He's so low in HP, has to heal back. As you can see, it's all Ezio right now in this B main. MercenarieZ still holding really patiently. I mean, Wolframite, they're still trying to go towards this B. They aren't going for any kind of rotations, but we can see a good paranoia coming out from Lethal. That's going to deny the entry for Wolframite, and Ezio. He's in the cage. Here's the sound. Kyoshi gets one. Zerv gets one, turning this into 3v2. Really winnable for Wolframite. As Fields gets a trade onto Zerv. That is not what you want to see, but Ezio with one more frag onto Murgiman, turning this into 2v2. And we can see Kyoshi getting Lethal into
What is happening?
2v1. 14 seconds, never going to be able to plant the bomb. The only player alive is Fields.
Oh my God.
He's coming through CT, making so much noise. We can see both players from Wolframite falling back. Kyoshi, I think he wants to play that ultimate. The bomb plant is set up for him, but a wall, the vertical wall being set up, but Kyoshi, is he gonna pull the ult? He does, and he finds one. He's taking it, but there's not enough time as Kyoshi finishes things off with a triple kill, keeping Wolframite alive. 13-13 the score. We're going to the second overtime.
How did they pull that round off, Wolframite? Props to Zerv, Kyoshi,
3v5
and Ezio. What a round coming in from them. Oh my God, dude. They are not gonna let MercenarieZ take this map so easily. They're gonna fight for this as we move on to the second overtime and the first round. We can see the bias coming in from both teams. No teams opting for any ops, although I think Akko could have opted for that op. The dart is gonna come out from Kyochi as Japanese Thor mollies garage doors for any pushes to come at his way. He's gonna try to get some info over at garage, but the drone is gonna come out from Kyochi as he's gonna spot out Japanese Thor. Also spots out Nuke in the process. They just have so much mid control right now. Ezio alone at A side. Kyochi holding that angle over at garage door, trying to spam. He's gonna get tagged down by that Soba drone as they're moving into garage. It gets walled off. Japanese Thor is trying to get over that garage window, but he gets walled off as well. He's gonna entry over at here. Akko missing his first shot. Akko gets takes down Fields as well. Will he be able to take down Thor though? That's a big question. He updrafts. What are you doing? Kyochi,
What is
the
happening?
backup, taking down Thor, the trade's coming in. Zerf taking down Lethal. It's a what,
2v2.
right now.
enemy
Akko
remaining.
is lurking over at Nuke, takes him down. And Murgiman with the bomb. He's gonna try to, should have gone for that plant. I don't know what he's waiting for.
He's baiting
I think
him out.
he wants a first pick onto someone,
30
and then he's
seconds
gonna
left.
bait that post plant situation. Murgiman trying to play it very smartly, but Akko is more smarter as he's holding that angle over at Murgiman and takes him down with a headshot. Quarter round coming in from Wolframite.
And Wolframite getting the first round this overtime. They're in match point. I say that at the same time as the voice does. Match point for Wolframite. They need to win this round to go to the grand finals, and what a match it would be. Taking down MercenarieZ, one of the biggest teams in our country right now, in their own map pick. And I have to say, Wolframite will have such a confident boost after this match, but it's still one match away. They have to win this attacking round, and they have been playing really well in the attacking half of the match. But remember, this is overtime. Both sides have those weapon advantages. So we can see, again, aggressive flash coming out to Reserve in this window region. You see recons coming out from Kyochi as well as Akku's getting so much ground. He spots Fields but doesn't get the shot as Fields runs away. Information is there for MercenarieZ. As this is turning out to be such a close match. Both ice orbs used by Fields. And he's gonna fall back outside garage. We can see a drone coming in from Nuke. He's gonna spot off a player. I think it is Toxin who got spotted off, and he's gonna fall back. You see so much fire going down in this B region. I mean, Wolframite is still trying to go for this B. Oh, Zerf so close on taking Fields there. They want that opening frag to sort of get into the site, to give them an opening into a site. Kyochi holding strong with that drone outside garage. He wants to drone his teammates in. They're gonna have to play this so much more patiently as the drone comes in. It is followed by Toxin and Zerf, but there are players holding outside. Nuke and Fields using the utility to deny, taking the Nuke, taking on Toxin, but there is one player, Zerf. He's gonna spam away, doing so much damage to Nuke. Nuke's gonna stay alive. Ezio will not frag onto Lethal. Oh, he Fields with one more trade, but Nuke getting one more. It's all onto
30 seconds
Ezio.
left.
1v3 scenario to
Spike
clutch this up
down,
for his
C.
team. The bomb is right in front of him. Nuke has an angle, but it's not.
I have retrieved the
He
spike.
doesn't exactly see the bombs as you're trying to go for the plan, trying to go for a bait. He knows there's a player coming flank. That shock dart connects. He does some damage. 14 seconds left. They're just waiting for him at this point for him to plant the bomb. He has to go for
10
it.
seconds
As
left.
he's doing it for another bait out. He spots one player, but they're gonna double peek him from behind. Nuke's gonna take him out. What is this match? We're going to the third overtime. 14-14.
Switching sides.
One
Overtime.
smoke costed them the grand finals of the Amateur Cup Series. Wolframite, that smoke coming in from Toxin, that was the key factor for Nuke for holding that angle over at Garage and taking them down, creating pressure over at them as he takes two of them down along with Zerv. But now we can see the default setup coming in from Wolframite again as we move on to the third overtime. Ezio is gonna set up over at A as well. We can see Japanese Thor and Fields just trying to lurk up over at Garage, while Murgiman trying to get some info over at A long. Japanese Thor still has 2 flashes left. He can just take Garage like that. The drone comes in, gives him the valuable info for Kyochi to fall back. They are not gonna engage on that. They're gonna fall back, just gonna get a slow up done. They're just creating some presence over at Garage, keeping them confused as to which side they're going to hit. But the drone doesn't spot Thor though. It gets taken down by Nuke. as the rotation comes in from Akku as he's holding a close angle over at Garage. He's gonna meet Thor at any moment right now. The barrel is gonna come out. He's gonna spot him. He's gonna take him down. It's a 4v5 situation in favor of Wolframite right now as Murgiman trying to lurk up over at Sewers, but knows that there are two players, so he cannot get in. The C-long push is coming out from MercenarieZ though, as Kyoji is the only one inside, and as he gets taken down by Lethal. Akku trying to create some pressure over at Garage, as Toxin and Ezio gets fragged for both of themselves. The time is ticking. They need to get the plan down. Will they be able to get the plan down though? There's only 2 players at the C side for MercenarieZ, while 3 players are lurking over at Long and C-Link, as it's a 1v3 situation for Nuke right now. Nuke trying to create something of it, takes down Zerv, but is gonna be traded by Ezio as Wolframite get their first round of the 3rd overtime.
Defense seems to be the fairer side for both of these teams, because I mean they're just continuing this match to the point where we don't even know how long this might go down, because and right now this is all on Wolframite. If they can win this stacking half, they're gonna finally be able to end this matchup. But I mean, it just makes you think, how long can we go? I mean, I'm not predicting the match, but say MercenarieZ win this again, how long do you think the players have it in them? And this is not even the final match. This is just match point for Wolframite. MercenarieZ are fighting to stay alive in this. Wolframite still have another map to go if they lose. This is turning out to be such a matchup between these two sides. And again, Wolframite again showing aggression in mid, but a good recon coming in from Nuke. That's gonna give away so much information. But Nuke this time, he's got an Odin. Something new out of him, but I think Ezio,
yeah, Ezio.
Oh no, the timing. This is the worst to ever happen.
This is gonna cause them.
This is gonna be really huge for Wolframite. A big loss from them. If Ezio can connect, but I don't think there is time mid-match. We can see Murgiman slowly advancing on him, but he is disconnected and he takes him down. But at least Wolframite know that there's a player on flank now. They're gonna back off. They need to try and equalize this as Toxin. He's trying to aggress through the cage, but they're gonna fall back. You can see a really advanced position, a really aggressive position held in by Lethal. You can see Akku getting detected outside, and they know that the Odin is in play right now. But look at this positioning coming out from Lethal. He is aggressing on that flank, even if it's really slow. He is on that flank. New getting a frag on Akku, and things are looking really bad for Wolframite right now. We might go into the next overtime if it's a 4v, make it a 3v4 right now.
30 seconds
Zerv getting a frag on the field, still very much winnable, but Lethal on that flank. I keep saying it, but need to be aware. But Zerv taking matters into his own hands, getting another frag on the Japanese Thor. And right now it's a 3v3. Teams getting equalized. Toxin gonna get detected, getting a crucial frag onto Murgiman. This could be the win for them. 30 seconds left. They're gonna have to get the bomb pen down, but Nuke's gonna get the trade onto Zerv. It's a 2v2. But Toxin so low on HP, 30. A lot of pressure on Kyo as we see a recon trying to come in from Nuke that might just detect Kyochi, but he's gonna stay in cover in the position of hell. He has to shock. There's a recon coming in 1 second. This is huge for both teams. Toxin, he's gonna push in at the exact time. This is huge. He sees one and Kyochi gets the second frag. Ladies and gentlemen, with 4 men, we see Wolframite taking the win. They're going to the grand finals to face LRX Esports in the Amateur Cup finals. What a match, and what is this performance from these two teams? I have no words. I'm out. This is too much for me. I am out.
What a match. We had to move on to the 3rd overtime to have a winner out of this match. Zerv coming in with 28 kills, Ezio with 27, Akku with 25. They were just the key factors for Wolframite in this match, while Nuke, Murgiman, and Lethal tried their best, but just couldn't do it enough for their team. If only Japanese Thor had more frag potential in that match, they could have won that very easily. But nonetheless, we have our second grand finalist for ESPL Amateur Cup Series 5, which is Wolframite Esports.
What a night it has been, and I can't take this for anymore. I mean, we went to the 3rd overtime. Wolframite had a 1 player disconnected and a crucial player to Ezio, one of the top fraggers, and also playing the Cypher, really crucial for holding flanks and stuff. But despite that, Kyochi and Toxin, they were able to clutch it out in the third overtime, 16-4, and what a match it has been. They're going to be taking on LRX in the lower bracket grand finals for a chance to go to the invitationals. And I mean, that's pretty much it for us today. After that hell of a match coming down, we are done for the night, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have any more matches for today. We're going to be going directly to the grand finals, which is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Is it tomorrow? I think
Yeah,
it is tomorrow.
yeah, it is. It is tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. This is a match you don't want to miss. Wolframite are showing so much potential, and they possibly might even beat LRX. Who knows? But to find out, we're going to have to stay tuned to ESPL in the ESPL PowerUp Amateur Cup Series. Stay with us tomorrow as we're going to start off the grand finals there. Till then, see you. We're going to take off for the night. It's me, Kirito, along with my co-host Faxer, saying goodbye for now. But we will be back tomorrow with the grand finals. Don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen.